Senator Mike Lee joining us now, the Republican from the fine state of Utah. Senator, always good to see you in the flesh. What do you make of this argument? The president's going to be in your face about it tonight. He's going to say that's not fair, that's not right. We got to level the playing field, that if he's not going to bring the secretary's rate down, he wants to bring Warren's rate, the top 1% rate, all of their rates up. What do you make of that?
Well, first of all, I hope that he will stay away from the rhetoric of class warfare.
Well, he's not. I've gotten some of the blurbs here, and it doesn't look like he is.
And that's unfortunate, because what we need right now is a leader. We need leadership. We don't need someone trying to pit one group of Americans against each other. This president inherited an economic emergency, but he's turned it through his actions into a national tragedy. And we've got to turn that around.
Well, he's going to argue tonight things are better than they were.
They're not.
He's going to argue 22 straight months of jobs growth, slow and steady wins the race against you guys.
Every major economic indicator suggests that he's made matters worse. Unemployment is worse. Housing is worse. The economy as a whole is not growing as it should, in part because he's taken too much money out of the private sector. It pulled it into Washington, and that's not what we need.
But maybe he's seizing on something that even Republicans are fretting about. I mean, Newt Gingrich won the state of South Carolina, right, in large part, not just because he got in a certain journalist's face, but he also made a big to-do about Mitt Romney's taxes and wealth. So it must be hitting a chord in states with a high unemployment rate. Florida is next with a nearly 10% unemployment rate. It must be resonating, because say what you will of the president, his people and trackers and poll crunchers, they're not idiots.
Perhaps he's hitting a chord. But the fact that he may be hitting a chord doesn't mean it's going to work in the long run, and it certainly doesn't make it right. This is wrong. It's bad for the country. It's bad for the economy. And
so
I think
you'd be against raising the cap gains rate?
Yes, I would.
You'd be against raising any of the investment rates?
I don't think we should raise taxes. I think on the income side, we need to look to lower top marginal rates, and we need to consolidate loopholes. But we ought not be raising any tax rates.
So bottom line, the president raises this argument tonight, talks about phony financial capitalists. What do you guys do the next day?
Well, I'm not sure what he means by phony financial capitalists. If that's just rhetoric unaccompanied by any legislative proposal, then we don't need to spend a lot of time about it. But if what he's talking about is raising taxes, what he's talking about is more class warfare, pitting one group of Americans against another, that's wrong, and I'm going to combat it with everything I've got.
All right, Senator, very good seeing you. Thank you.